Alright, this is the video for 3.1, which is 126, 127. Your homework was 2 to 26 even. I'm doing 1 to 25 odd. Alright, plot each point and name the quadrant or axis it is in. So, So you got 3, 2. So remember, you're going to go right or left and then up or down. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3 right, and then up 2. So your point's going to go right here. And remember, your quadrants are 1, 2, 3, 4. So we are in quadrant 1, and your point is right here. Okay, same thing. So this time it's -5, so we're going to go left, and then up 3. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. So my point's right here. Remember, the quadrants are 1, 2, 3, 4. So this time I'm in quadrant 2. Alright, plot the point and name the quadrant or axis. So this time I'm in 5.5, -4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we'll do even little half tick marks. And then -4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5. And then down 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll go right here. And remember, my quadrants are 1, 2, 3, 4. So this time I end up in quadrant 4. Here I have 0, 3.5. So 0 means I don't go left or right, so I just stay there. And then 3.5 means I go up 3.5. So give yourself some half tick marks here. So I go 1, 2, 3.5. So I'll be right here. Now my quadrants are 1, 2, 3, 4. However, I'm not on a quadrant in this case. This case I'm on an axis, and I'm on the y-axis. So on this one, your answer would be y-axis. Alright. So now I'm going to go -2, -4. So you go left 2, and then down 4. So you're here. Again, quadrants 1, 2, 3, 4. So you end up in quadrant 3. Okay? Alright, here it says, given that x is a positive number and y is a positive number, determine the quadrant or axis in which each point lies. Alright, so here we have x and -y. So if our first number is positive, that means we're going to go left, and then our y value is negative, that means we're going to go down, so we're going to end up in this quadrant. So if we're 1, 2, 3, 4, which quadrant do we end up in? We end up in the 4th quadrant. So again, if x is positive, we go to the right, and if y is negative, we go down, so we end up in the 4th quadrant. Okay, so now let's talk about this one. Let's go ahead and label 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, if x is positive, we're going to go to the right, and if y is 0, we're just going to stay right here on this line right here, right, on this axis. So let's label our axes, x and y. So if we just go to the right and we stay here, we're not in a quadrant, right? We're just going to stay on our x-axis. So our answer would be x-axis. Okay. All right, how about here? Let's label 1, 2, JK, 3, 4, and we'll label x, y, and we're going to go -x, which means we're going to go left, and then -y means we're going to go down. So this time we're in the 3rd quadrant. Now, verse 17 through 26, our directions say, determine whether each ordered pair is a solution of the given equation, which means all we're going to do is we're going to take our solutions that they give us and plug them in for x and y, and we're going to see if they're solutions. It's as easy as that. We're going to see if they make true statements. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to label x, y, and that's what we're going to plug in for. So we have y equals 3x minus 5. So anywhere there's a y, I'm going to put 5. Anywhere there's an x, I'm going to put 0. So I have y, which we said is 5, is equal to 3 times x, which in this case x is 0, minus 5. So 5 is equal to 3 times 0 is 0, minus 5. Does 5 equal negative 5? No, it does not. So this is not a solution. So no for 0, 5. It does not make a true statement. And I want to scribble this out because it looks like an X. So let's just say, we'll say no. That's better. Alright, then over here we're going to try this one. So we have X and Y. Everywhere there's an X, we're going to put negative 1. Everywhere there's a Y, we're going to put negative 8. So Y, negative 8, is equal to 3 times negative 1 minus 5. Negative 8 is equal to 3 times negative 1 is negative 3 minus 5. Negative 8, negative 3 minus negative 5 is negative 8. So yes, this is true. So yes, this is a solution. So your answer for your homework would be no, and then yes. Because no, this one is not a solution, but yes, this one is a solution. Alright, so the first one we're going to try is this 1, 0. So we're going to do x, y. Everywhere there's an x, I'm going to put a 1. Everywhere there's a y, I'm going to put a 0. So I have negative 6x, in this case x is 1, plus 5y, in this case y is 0, is equal to negative 6. Negative 6 times 1 is negative 6, plus 5 times 0 is 0, is equal to negative 6. So negative 6 is equal to negative 6. Yep, that's right. So this one is yes. Okay. So now let's try 2 and 6/5. So everywhere there's a x, we're going to put a 2. Everywhere there's a y, we're going to put 6/5. So I have negative 6 times 2 plus 5 times 6/5 is equal to negative 6. Negative 6 times 2 is negative 12, plus these 5's are going to cancel, plus 6 is equal to negative 6. Alright, negative 6 plus 6, or negative 12 plus 6 is negative 6. Negative 6 equals negative 6, so this is also yes. So your answer on this one would be yes, yes. They're both solutions. Let's try this one. First we're going to try 1, 2. So x, y. Everywhere there's an x, we're going to put a 1. Everywhere there's a y, we're going to put a 2. So we have y, in this case is 2, equals 2 times x squared, so times 1 squared. So 2 equals 2 times 1 squared, in this case is just 1. 2 equals 2, so yes, that is true. So 2, 1 works. And then let's try this one, 3, 18. So everywhere there's a y, I'm going to put an 18. Everywhere there's an x, I'm going to put a 3. So 18 is equal to 2 times x squared is 3 squared. 18 is equal to 2 times 3 squared is 9. 18 is equal to 18. Yep, that's true. So this is also a yes. So 21 is yes, yes. Alright, here we're going to try 2, 8 first. So everywhere there's an x, we're going to put a 2. Everywhere there's a y, we're going to put an 8. So I have 8 is equal to 2 cubed. Well, I know that's true, but we're going to do it anyway. 8 is equal to 2 cubed is 8. So that one's yes. Okay. And then now let's try this one. I can tell already this one is not going to work. So 9 is equal to 3 cubed. 9 is equal to 27. No, that is not true. So then this one is yes, no. Okay. And then our last one, we've got x and y. Everywhere there's an x, we're going to put a 1. Everywhere there's a y, we're going to put a 3. So I've got 3 is equal to the square root of 1 plus 2. Now be real careful here. It's just the 1 being square rooted. So we have 3 is equal to, the square root of 1 is 1. 3 is equal to 3, so that is true. So 25, the first one is yes. And then we're going to do 4, 4. So everywhere there's an x, we're going to put a 4. Everywhere there's a y, we're going to put a 4. So we have 4 is equal to the square root of 4 plus 2. So 4 is equal to, square root of 4 is 2 plus 2. So 4 is equal to 4. So yes, that is also true. So this is also yes. So you end up with yes, yes. And that's all you have to do on those. Alright, and that is it.